Hello, I'm Wayne DeBay, AIFD, and this is my wife.
And I'm Peggy DeBay, and welcome to Creations at the Flower Nook.
Come check out the new things here at the Flower Nook. We have all sorts of new artists that bring their work to us and put it on display for you to come in and look at and appreciate, and perhaps if you find the right piece, take it home with you. Let's check out our first new artist now.
My name is Mark Odie. I have Odie Visual Arts. I'm a photographer here in Salina. To be honest with you, I enjoy going to air shows and always like taking pictures of neat things I saw there. The short answer is wherever catches my eye. I enjoy neon signs, historic aircraft, old cars, just neat things that I see in everyday life. Getting home, putting them on the computer, and seeing something that I didn't realize that I actually got a picture of. I actually want to try drone photography. I've seen it at a Final Friday in Wichita and would really like to experiment with that. The pieces here I had are crosses, Roman Catholic and Orthodox. I've always enjoyed, seeing old churches, especially Catholic ones. So.
Hello, I'm Wayne DeBay, the Flower Man, and this is Creations at the Nook. I want to show today some ideas that have been building across the U.S. and starting to see it in Europe, and that is to consider using the wire work for, could be prom, this could be made into a little bouquet for graduation, it could be done on a grander scale for a wedding. We could also do this for proms, could be carried for proms. Anytime that you are looking for a body flower, this may be an option. And I have made this armature. This is out of the aluminum wire, and I've twisted and played with it, and I didn't want to take the time tonight to do this. It takes about 15 minutes to do this well, and so I didn't want to waste that time, but I wanted to show you some ideas that we could work with. And I want to pick up, I've pre-cut some little bits of tulle. This is a little netting actually. This is a new, relatively new adhesive in the floral industry, and it's called U-glue, or maybe U-glue. I don't know. I've not quite decided. And it's much like the glue that you get on a credit card. So I want to take these. I've got some preserved roses. These are the little everlasting, we could call them. And I'm going to take this piece of U-glue and put it on the bottom. And I'm trying to destroy that rose as I go. So maybe I'll try it this way. I'm going to take the U-glue and you press it on, you peel the white off, then we should be able to just take the flower and stuff this onto the top. And I am just destroying that poor blossom. But we'll see if we can move forward from there. This is a glue that will actually hold in the cold, so you could use it. I do some of it on corsage work. I don't use it exclusively. I guess I'm just not 100% certain that I'm thinking it will work that well yet, but you got to keep up with the times, got to try the new things as they come out. Because it has the wire frame in it, it also then will lay down, and it won't, you can lay it down and not worry about crushing the blossoms, which is kind of a nice touch. Some of the little hand-tied, the little posy bouquets that we've done in the past are nice, but they can crush when you get them, when you lay them on the side. There is no drying time on this, which is really nice. It essentially is what it is. It won't change much from the time I press it on. I don't know. This may be a lesson on what not to do tonight. And that's okay. You got to know what not to do as well as what you can do. I tried this with fresh flowers earlier and used the floral adhesive, the tube adhesive, and this type of glue, and it worked very well in doing that. Maybe that is what I should be doing here tonight. You know, part of the creative process is to always be trying something new and playing with different product and different ways of putting things together. And so that's what I'm doing here tonight, trying to show you maybe something that's a little out of the ordinary that we can do for you. I don't think I will give up. I will keep on trying. I may try this. The thing of the Oasis adhesive is it does have a little bit longer of a dry time, so need to probably do some of these and then see if we can get them to dry. The floral adhesive will dry relatively quickly. Theoretically, I should have it on both the flower and on the item that I'm gluing to for the maximum use of it. Once you've got them in place, then you really can kind of play around with them and move the arms up and down to suit yourself. And I'm going to go back and do the floral on that one as well. So then I've done some little squares of tulle. This is a little netted tulle, which I thought was kind of interesting. And I wanted to just come in and dot this on the center of the form and then squeeze them to where you've got them tied. Go ahead and touch them into that glue that you have down in the center. And create a little backdrop for the blossoms. You could do some foliages. You could do a little fresh foliage if you wanted to do that, or a preserved foliage as well. Just kind of fill in that space a little. I'm going to lay that down and then I want to take a little bit of the tulle and a little bit of, I've chosen a silver metallic to kind of pull that same color up and in there. And I'm going to dovetail the ends. I always like to dovetail the ends and pull that together a little bit nicer. I'm just going to do a couple of small loops. Take a little bit of my other wire or other ribbon. I'm going to pull that together to hold the center. And so now we can add a little bit more of this ribbon just to add a little bit of dressing, if you will, underneath the bouquet. Thing with a bow, if you can get the center pulled tight, then you can control it. I was going to show, and since I've utilized the product in this, I don't have any extra. I was going to show a little idea of doing a boutonniere that might be appropriate to match. And I'll show you the boutonniere form. Again, something a little bit different than your average. And I went ahead and I had made this form earlier today. And this could be mounted, it doesn't pin obviously, but we could go ahead and put a flower right here under the sprays of rhinestone, and then this can either go on a magnet, or we can take a bit of the U-glue like this, and it will also do to hold on to a shirt. So you could just do this and then just place it in place, and there you have a couple of new ideas, what not to do and how to persevere and get through. Thank you for watching. I'm Wayne DeBay.
Ann Osherman, and I'm a mixed media artist that lives in Haven. I started art late in life, but have been loving it, and just feel very blessed to have the opportunity to do that for an income. So. Yes, I think so. I've loved art. I spent some weeks in the summers with my grandmother who did art, and caught the bug, I think, from her, and just always looked for creative ways to express myself. But as the kids got grown up and older, then more self-sufficient, then I picked it up and have been going ever since. Haven't looked back. Well, I'm a mixed media artist, so that basically means that I can use anything and everything that works in a piece. And I will start with a kind of a general idea, but I'm not into realism very much. I usually just kind of start on a piece and let it intuitively flow from there, and I'll add in papers, or I use primarily acrylic paint, but I'll also use inks and some oils and just whatever seems to suit the need of the piece. I think just the freedom of it, that I wasn't limited to just one medium. I could use anything I wanted to. There were so many avenues of exploration in mixed media that appealed to me. Here at the Flower Nook, I have a lot of floral pieces, pieces inspired by nature. I have do a lot of animals in my piece, flowers, and just inspired by the natural world around me mainly, and that love of beauty. Some of them are done with finger painting, and some of them are done with collage. So there's just a variety of techniques, I guess, involved. I think just the kind of self-examination that comes from it, just seeing the world in a little bit different way than you might through a photograph or some strictly realistic avenue, to just kind of catch the emotion or the feeling of a scene or an idea, the expressiveness, I guess, that you can get through that. Well, just keep making art. I'm starting to go to different art shows in other places, which gives my husband and I an opportunity to travel some, and looking forward to that. I teach a lot of workshops. We have a workshop room in our location in Haven, and so I have been hosting a lot of workshops there, and look forward to more of those, and just lots more art making.
My name is Sandy Hoover, and I do a lot of sewing. The name of my company is All Things Soft Plus, and I specialize in pot holders and aprons and dolls. We have rabbits and pigs and all kinds of things like that, and we also have garden aprons. We have table toppers, and right now we have a lot of rabbits because it is the season for the rabbit. I started sewing when my husband and I were stationed in Germany, and I'm a big woman and they didn't make clothes that I liked, so I had to make my own clothes, and I went from there to wanting to have a way to help support our family of 5 kids. So I started making Raggedy Ann dolls, and from there it just exploded into all this other things. I started the business a couple years ago. My husband passed away, and I decided I didn't want to work retail anymore, so I got out my machine, dusted it off, got all my fabric together, and started sewing. And I've been sewing for 3 years straight now. The best seller I have right now are pot holders and microwave cozies. These are bowls that you place in your oven with your hot soup so you won't burn your fingers. Well, you start out with some basic patterns and basic sewing skills, and the biggest thing is picking out some beautiful colors that go together and that might fit in somebody's kitchen or in their living room, whatever you're in the process of making. Love doing Christmas items, just absolutely love that, and flowers and all sorts of things that add color to the house. The reception has really been good because I just started a little over a year ago doing some craft shows, and it has just exploded from there because everybody likes pretty things in their house.
Thank you for watching Creations at the Flower Nook. We hope that you'll join us again. Please stop in and check out these creations and more at the Flower Nook at 208 East Iron, downtown Salina.
See you soon.